Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about how to score good marks in geography in less time, in less amount of time, how we will prepare very nicely. So first thing is that many of you think geography is a boring subject, but it's not. You think geography is about terminology, remembering the definitions, but geography is the story of about our planet, how the planet started and how the things have went on, why people have their own food habits, why people wear different kinds of clothes, the skin color of the people, the climate, vegetation, everything is studied under the topic of geography. So in grade 10, your entire geography is based on the comparison between Brazil and India. Like what are the similarities between both the countries, which kind of activities they conduct for their economy, and what are the dissimilarities between Brazil and India. So first we will talk about the effective learning, instructions, materials which you can use for the studies, and techniques. So first when we talk about the effective learning, always go with a textbook and underline hard words and find out the meanings which you can use alternatively, which are easier to understand and easier to remember. Then when we talk about the instructions, how to write paper, like you can just use two pens that are blue and black and don't go for any other pens. Then comes the materials which you are supposed to use for the reading. Prefer textbook, then go for any guide or digest, and always prefer the textbook first. Then comes the techniques, which techniques you are supposed to use. And then the third thing is instructions, what instructions you are supposed to follow. So first thing is all questions are compulsory in your paper. Marks for each question are shown on the right side. Then the third thing is map work. You must use the outline map which will be provided by the board examinations. Fourth is graph questions. Use the graph question provided and attach it to your answer sheet. And for the graph or map work, always use a pencil which is very sharpened, and use a good quality pencil. Draw neat diagram or sketches wherever required. Write answers only in black or blue pen. Then pencils or color pencils can be used only for maps, diagrams and sketches. Do not write answers in pencil as they will not be checked. Then geography, how you are supposed to learn it in simple language. Use very easy word in the examination. Then you need to remember the terms, facts, concepts and the figures about the population, about the ranking of the country, economic terms. All these things you need to remember before giving the exam. Also, students need to visualize location, regions and geographical features on maps, which requires good observation and imagination. However, with regular study and the use of smart learning techniques, geography can become interesting and easier to understand. By combining all these ideas, you can write a good paper of geography. So which skills you need to do? You need to learn all the important terms and definitions before the exam starts. Then write down the new terms with their meanings whenever you see them while studying. And memorize all these words. Revise these terms regularly so that you remember them easily. Frequent revision helps you become more confident with geographical vocabulary. Then maps and graphs. Use pencil, and when you are studying a map, before marking any location, just see the feature of the map, like where the location is near which boundaries. Then you are supposed to start this thing. You can also remember places by looking at their shapes or nearby features on the map. Graph, use a good pencil. You have two options, like anyone can be asked. You either need to observe the map, observe the graph, or you are supposed to make a graph. Whatever is asked, be prepared for it. Then read all the questions, try to attempt all the questions, write in a very nice way, use pointers, use keywords. Then pencil or color pens only for maps, diagrams and graphs. Practice map work carefully and mark locations correctly. Draw graphs neatly with proper scale and labeling. Maintain neat handwriting. Also use heading and points. Underline all these things. So one sentence questions which can be asked. So all of these questions are repeatedly asked in the board examination. First is, which is the southernmost point of India? Second, India lies in which hemisphere? The next one is which country is called the coffee pot of the world. Then which west flowing river is in central India? Where does the Bhima river originate? So this is the thing why you need to find out all the origin place of any river, because this type of questions can be asked. Then which is the highest peak of Brazil? Which climate occurs south of the Tropic of Capricorn in Brazil? Which hemisphere does Brazil lie in? In which river basin is population dense in India? Then which type of settlement is common in southeast Brazil? Then which forest grows in swampy region of India? Where is pink dolphin seen? What are Brazil's rainforest called? What is the time interval of the census in India? What is balance of trade? Which is the costliest transport? Name one religious tourism place in India, where you can mention lots of example. What is communication? So first you need to define communication, then you need to give examples of communication, then distinguish between. So as I told you, your entire syllabus of geography is based on comparison or comparative study between India and Brazil. So questions will be asked accordingly. First question, here we can see water transport in river Ganga and river Amazon. Now this river is very famous in India and very important in India. On the other side, river Amazon, very important for the Brazil. Both the rivers are lifeline of their countries. Then communication in Brazil and communication in India. What kind of communication happen? Internet connectivity, how many people are using phone, all these connectivity points you can add. Indian standard time and Brazilian standard time, like which is the location which is set for the Indian standard time, which is the location set for Brazilian standard time. Then physiography of Indian, physiography of Brazil. Climate of Indian, climate of Brazil. What kind of climate India has and what kind of climate Brazil has. Then vegetation in India, vegetation in Brazil. Which kind of forest do they have? Animal life in India and animal life in Brazil. Write all these points clearly. And all this difference, whenever you are writing about this differences, make sure you write at least 4 points. And the fifth point can be an example. Agriculture in India and Brazil, transportation in India and Brazil. In that you can mention about the road connectivity or seaway connectivity, airline connectivity. Write all the good points which you know about the transportation. Then geographical reasons which can be asked. Availability of water affects settlement, like how much water is available and how it affects the life of people. If there is a river, ocean or any water body, how the life will change around that place. Then west flowing rivers are not found in Brazil. You need to mention geographical reasons that why this kind of places are not having rivers. It can be like there can be no mountain, higher point from where a river can originate. Northeast Brazil receives less rainfall. Population is an important resource. Like see, population is why it is an important resource, because humans have a brain and that brain can convert any raw material into finished product, because we all have smartness. That's the reason why human resource is so important. Then dense forest covers northern Brazil. You can write the geographical reasons. Waterways are not developed in Brazil, and if not, then why? You need to mention the reason. Ecotourism is developing in Brazil. Population is concentrated on Brazil's eastern coast. Low population in Brazil. You need to give all the geographical reasons. Eastern and western coast of India differ. Why they are so different? Vegetation is scarce in high Himalayas. In that you can give many logical points, like Himalaya has very low climate, cold climate, soil availability, and the soil matches the characteristic of the crops. And you can add many such points. Then dense railway network exists in North Indian plains. Why? Because northern plains reduces the cost of leveling the entire surface. That's the reason why we find so much rail connectivity in northern plains. Then population density is high in Ganga plains, of course, because of the river Ganga and the flat regions. Then tropical cyclones occur rarely in Brazil. Settlements are sparse in northeastern Brazil. Then urbanization is increasing rapidly in India. Per capita land availability is higher in Brazil. All these points you need to remember. Like you need to remember that what kind of geographical reasons you need to give. Write in a very simple language. Underline all the keywords. Then short notes. Amazon River Basin, purpose of field visit, then historical background of India, vegetation in Brazil. Now, when we talk about the purpose of field visit, you need to add that why people visit a field. And when we talk about the historical background of India, you need to give the detail about the British rule when we got independence. Question can be asked to show difference between the historical history of Brazil and India. They can also ask you similarity between India's freedom struggle and Brazil's freedom struggle. Then urbanization in Brazil and India, how they are different. Like what kind of urban cities you will find in India and what kind of urban cities you will find in Brazil. Agriculture in India, industries in Brazil. And now see, this industries, all the industries around the world are based on the nearby features or nearby raw materials available. Transportation in Brazil, tourist places in India, development of communication in Brazil, communication in India, then Himalayas, peninsular region of India, great escarpment, modern means of communication. In that you can write about internet and how the world is connected right now. Air transport in India. Then write about the factors affecting the climate of Brazil. It can be the nearby water bodies, then plateaus, escarpments. Explain importance of Himalayas and Indian Ocean with respect to climate of India. So Himalayas block the cold wind, Indian Ocean gives rain. All this information you can add in this. Describe the climatic change occurring in India while going from south to north. Now, when we talk about the geographical reasons, south is near the equator. Whereas if you go above south, you are going away from the equator. So, south has more equable climate compared to the north India. So, what kind of changes you will see when you are traveling from south to north? Then explain the similarities and differences in population distribution in India and Brazil. Again, a comparative question, that what kind of population differences you will see. You can write about where you will find more young people, where you will find more old people. Compare the climates of India and Brazil. Describe the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India and Brazil. Explain the characteristics of North Indian plains, like which kind of soils are available, which rivers flow in North Indian plains. The population is more in North Indian plains, right? All these points. Then what are the major causes of degradation of forest in India and Brazil, right? All these points. Then what environmental issues are faced by India and Brazil? Environmental issues are both are found in both the countries, India and Brazil. Then you need to write why India is facing environmental issues. Then Brazil. Deforestation can be a similar point between both the countries. Then correlate. Whenever you see the word correlate, it means the question is asking you about the similarity. So the similarity between India and Brazil can be asked about population distribution. Then why do human settlements grow in specific locations only? Like wherever the natural features are very nice, population will be more. Like if you are living near a river, you will find lots of people living near you. But if you go towards the western part of India, like Kutch, Rajasthan's desert area, you will find it out that very less people live in desert regions. Or if you go in northeast India, you will find that the population is lesser than the north India. The reason is northeast regions are covered with mountainous terrains, whereas northern plains are having lots of river, fertile land, and etc. Then water divides of India, you also need to give examples. Similarities and differences between fishing activities in India and Brazil. In that you need to mention which fishes are found in India, which are the ports or harbors in India where you can have fishing activities. And similarly, you can also mention about Brazil. Deciduous vegetation occupy most of India. Climate, you can give the climatical reason. Then correlate wildlife and natural vegetation in India and Brazil. Like what are the similarities between wildlife and natural vegetation in India and Brazil? Why is mining not developed in the western part of Brazil? Natural reasons again, that lack of minerals. Then what are the difficulties in developing railways in the interior areas of Brazil? Terrain can be the reason. What are the reasons behind the formation of swamps in the Pantanal region? Now this question, Pantanal region, is also asked in map work. Now differentiate between the human settlements in the Ganga river basin and the Amazon river basin. So here both the rivers, Ganga is very important to the Indians, whereas on the other side Amazon is very important river for the Brazilians. So you need to write about the importance of both the rivers and how they are different from each other, and what kind of settlements you will find in the Ganga river and what kind of settlement you will find in the Amazon river basin. So at all these points, now when we talk about the map work, you can be either asked the map of India or about Brazil. So these are the most repeated questions in the map work. Like if you are being asked about the map of India, questions like Sikkim, River Narmada, Thar Desert, Ladakh, Mumbai Port, Chennai Port, Kanyakumari, One Horn Rhinoceros regions. And when you are asked about Brazil, you may have this kind of questions: Pantanal, Pampas grassland, coffee region, Manaus Port, Brasilia, Rio de Janeiro, Caatinga region, capital of Brazil, smallest state of Brazil, and Condor region. So you may be left with very few days, but have faith in you. Do your best, prepare very smartly. Don't go for hard work, but go for smart work. And again, I'm repeating, underline the keywords, definition, and give examples. Write answers in simple language. Don't go for complicated language. All the best.